Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Jackie's Inspiration Corner. Thank you so much for coming to spend some time with me. I pray that you all had a wonderful Christmas. I pray that you were able to enjoy time with your families, your loved ones, your friends, and I pray that you're all looking forward to 2022. We are coming to the close of another year. We're coming to the end of 2021. I still can't believe it sometimes that in what, 2 days, 3 days, it'll be a new year. Um, Today I want to talk about one of my favorite movies. I've been watching this movie since I was a kid, A Christmas Carol. And it's the old one from like 1938, A Christmas Carol. Now, anybody that's ever seen this movie, you know the main character is Ebenezer Scrooge. Mean as anybody's business, that man mean. Cold heart, don't care about nobody. All he cares about is money, money, money. For the love of money. That's his deal. And 7 years, well, the movie starts 7 years to the day is when his partner Bob Marley died. And so his partner comes to visit him, um, and he's carrying this long chain, and Scrooge scared to death. And so his partner's trying to get him to understand that this chain is what he cared about in life. All the stuff, um, everything was business, business, business. But during the dialogue, one of the things that Bob says is, "My business was supposed to be humankind." And pretty much he dropped the ball. And Scrooge was doing the same thing. And his partner didn't want him to end up like him. He was giving Scrooge the opportunity to make some changes. Well, Scrooge got a cold heart. He figured, this is just my imagination, something I ate, bad piece of cheese. But there were three spirits that's coming to visit him through the night: the spirit of Christmas past, the spirit of Christmas present, and the spirit of Christmas future. Now, the first spirit visits him and shows him what his Christmases were like as a younger person, as a little boy, as a teenager, as a young adult. He takes him through different um, years of his life so that Scrooge can reflect on what was. The second spirit, Christmas present, jovial guy, uh, he takes Scrooge through what's taking place today, showing him just how mean he is and how other people are celebrating Christmas and how people are just kind to one another. And, it's that time of year where we look out for our fellow brothers and sisters. Humankind is our business. And so he's showing him that. Scrooge is a little touched. Okay, he's seeing some things and he's starting to wonder, And then comes the spirit of Christmas future. And what Scrooge sees is that he ain't gonna be there, to be honest, for another Christmas unless he makes some changes. But even more so than that is the way people are so nonchalant that he did. Oh, he going. Okay. And they they're selling what they things that they took out of the house. They're selling them like it's no great concern that this man is dead and gone. Okay, because he had no connections. He had no relationship with people because humankind was not his business. His business, his money was his business, and that was it. But then, hmm, the day after, Christmas Day, the day after these three spirits have visited Scrooge, he wakes up a totally different person. He wakes up giddy and happy and jovial, full of peace and joy. And in the 1938 version of the movie, he is so giddy and so different. People think he done lost his rabid mind. They're like, oh Lord, he done gone insane. But he realized the day after that he had a second chance. A second chance to change the trajectory of his future, to change the path that his life was going to take. What he saw with the spirit of Christmas future, he had an opportunity to change the day after. And that made me think, what's my day after? What is my day after? Am I living the way that I should? Is my business human kindness? Is my business being concerned about my brother and sister? Is my business being kind to strangers? Being gentle? Showing the love of Christ? Is that my business? Or is my business being selfish and all wrapped up in Jackie? Is that my business? When I'm no longer here, what will people say? Will it be like, oh, another one bites the dust? Or will it be, she was faithful. She loved people. She loved on people. What is your day after? And that's just what I want to share today. Every day is a day after. Because every day we're growing, we're learning, we're evolving. Those of us who are believers, every day our relationship with Christ develops more and more. We fall more in love with him. We draw closer unto him. He reveals more to us about him. He reveals more to us about ourselves. Our day after. What is your day after? What does that look like? I made so many notes, and I can't like sit and read. That's just not my thing. I just like to talk, but I don't want us to miss the mark of our days. As you can see, they're going by real fast. We should treat every day the way Scrooge felt. Every day after. Scrooge was giddy and happy and loving and kind to the point where people thought he'd lost his mind. We should be that happy every day after. Because we as believers, we have the love of Christ. And those who are not believers may never step foot into a church. A lot of church, their doors still are not open. They may only see the love of Christ through us. They may only come to know of Jesus Christ through us. So what is your day after? Our day after should always be full of hope, should always be full of love, should always be full of kindness, should always be full of gentleness, should always be filled with the love of Christ. Every day after. Let's treat every day after the way that Scrooge did. That morning that he woke up, the day after the revelation, he was a changed man. Every day after, we should be changing every day. We should be evolving every day. Every day, we should be evolving. We should be better our day after than we were yesterday. Think about that. As we come to the end, to prepare the end of 2021 and go into 2022, let's make our day afters important. Let's make our day afters matter. Let's make our day afters full of love, full of joy, full of peace, full of unity. Isn't that why Christ came? Isn't that why God took himself from the holiest of holies? He took himself out of glory and became flesh. He put on the garment of flesh to walk this earth, to be ridiculed and humiliated, to be beaten, to be scorned, to be hung on a cross, nailed to a cross for our sins, to pay the price that we could not pay, to be tempted as we are tempted every day. But he gave us the victory over sin. He gave us the victory over death the day after. Let's think about our day afters, people. Let every day after be better than the day before. Every day after be better than the day before. I love you with the love of Christ. I pray that 2022 will be better than 2021. Yes, I pray that we all have our heart's desires, that God will bless us financially. He will bless us physically, emotionally, mentally, but more importantly, I pray that he blesses each of us spiritually. I pray that each of us develop a closer relationship with God, that we come to know him for ourselves, that we fall in love with him more in 2022 than we did in 2021, and every day after. We continue to fall in love with him all the more. God bless you. I love you. See you guys soon. And again, thank you for coming to Jackie's Inspirational Corner. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the like button. Put comments. I do respond. I love you. Take care. Bye-bye.